Dear Diary, since taking up the role as project coordinator, I have never had the chance to experience and enjoy the true magic of being in the forest, and have never appreciated just how magical the space can be. It all changed this weekend. For the first time, I got the chance to do just that, to relax and just be. I had 2 meetings set up on site, and instead of driving to and from London twice, I decided to stay for 2 days along with 2/3 of the A-team. Whilst there, I totally forgot about the pressures of work. It was lovely, being away from technology, especially the computer. I felt like I could breathe, like I was at peace with myself. I felt like a child playing freely without a care in the world, discovering new things, exploring the land, participating in all sorts of imaginary play, which ended up with Attila finding a stream that led him to a well. I couldn't believe it. Then me, Volks and Attila got lost trying to find it again. Typical. On one occasion, I went back to where we were camping to find something, and I couldn't believe it. In front of my eyes was a deer. I was standing about 5 feet from Bambi. It was like a fairy tale. Overall, it was the most amazing, inspirational, exciting, peaceful, positive and productive 3 days I have ever had at nature's playground. When I got back to the grey concrete jungle I call home, the first thing I thought was, what am I doing here? A little while later, I switched on the TV to hear the news that another young person had lost their life to knives. The 14th young person this year to be killed, and it brought tears to my eyes. Then, that was it. The missing connection, the eureka moment. I had found the answer to my earlier question. That's what I'm doing here. I'm supposed to support children and young people to live long enough lives to fulfill their dreams and realise their potential. How? By giving them the opportunity to experience exactly what I experienced during my 3 days at nature's playground. By exposing them to as much play types as possible, especially mastery play when it comes to knives. Bushcraft workshops can support them in appreciating and respecting the knife as a creative tool rather than a tool for destruction. Even more so, if we get our young people and children to play, it will increase their emotional intelligence and support them in transferable life skills. Finally, it will give them a break from their usual environment and allow them to experience what I am feeling now. Yes, I'm missing the beautiful sanctuary of the forest, and everything around me is grey, cold and hard. But I am able to find positivity and a much deeper answer to the negative question that I asked myself earlier. I have a new lease of life. I've been on a positive, natural high and full of energy and enthusiasm for my work, and finally realise what I am doing here. This was the first time I realised the true beauty and potential of nature's playground. Imagine, this was 10 years ago, and 14 young people losing their life is like a drop in the ocean compared to how many young people have lost their lives since. The families, friends and perpetrators, everyone involved in the ripple effect of grief and trauma after a loved one loses their life. 10 years ago, people didn't get it. 10 years ago, funders wouldn't fund it. 10 years ago, organisations and companies didn't want to hear about it, let alone give 2 young black females the opportunity to allow it to grow. But guess what? 10 years later, every young person and adult that ever experienced it remembers it. Young people still ask me if I still have it and recall it with a smile. That's why for 7 years it's been my personal mission to get our, and I say our as it's not mine, it's our community forest space back. Our children and young people need it now more than ever, especially after the COVID pandemic. Mental health is rising and even more restrictions on play. Our communities need it. And this is why you have to play the community lottery. By buying a community lottery ticket for just £1, you are supporting me, the founder of IMAP, I Am a Person, in taking that extra step closer to owning our community forest. Go buy your ticket. The community lottery is yours, mine, ours. And it can make a difference not only to you if you win, but also projects like IMAP.